is I would take a round lead ball. In fact, we have someone that thinks casting lead balls today. Take a round lead ball, and I would start it into the barrel, possibly with a fabric or leather patch around that ball for good tight fit. Start that into the barrel. Pull my ramrod or wiping stick. I would ram that ball home on top of the charge. Open my frizzen and prime. Hopefully the guy downfield behind me is doing the same thing at this time. Close my frizzen, go to full cock. And that's how Flintlock operates. We're not going to bring Dave forward, and he'll demonstrate a match lock.
I know it. That was amazing.
I portray a French coureur de bois, independent woods runner, breaking away from the trading companies to trade with myself with the Native Americans. I'm armed with a French infantry musket. This is 1640 to 1680. Probably the first firearm to hit the Western Great Lakes was this type of gun. It's loaded just like the Flintlock. Now don't forget, this is before the Flintlock. Powder in the pan, powder down the barrel, then ball on top of that. But my ignition system is a match. This is hemp rope soaked in potassium nitrate. Potassium nitrate is a key ingredient of gunpowder. Potassium nitrate's in this to keep the rope burning, okay? This is the oldest use of a firing mechanism on a firearm. This was invented actually in the 1500s and used well into the 20th century. When China invaded Tibet, the Tibetans had matchlocks in their arsenal. There's only one piece of technology about this, and it's a feather spring, and that just keeps the cock, that's what this is called because it looks like a rooster's head, tight, okay? It's a sear bar, and that's what the trigger mechanism is. You go about halfway, take your aim, and you drop the match into there, okay? This weighs about 12 pounds. Its ancestry weighed about 20 pounds, and they would rest it on a forked stick. The Pilgrims that first came to America, they are armed with a gun very similar to this. This was the granddaddy of them all, okay? To fire it, I have a match that's lit. There's a glowing coal on the end. You can see the smoke coming off of it. Now I could walk around all day long with my match in the cock here, and I could go deer hunting with this. You can walk around all day long. There's a pan cover here that keeps it safe. When I'm ready to fire, I just open up the pan. Where do I fire? Which direction? That way.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to make sure it's safe. There you go. You just take the match off and you got a safety factor going on. Just take the match away. And to load it, you use powder horn, and you got ball, and I also have bird shot in here too for hunting. So there you go.
Thank you.
Good move.
Yeah, good move. We can certainly control the velocity of that fire and the noise, and etc. How much powder we put into the barrel. Our next demonstration, we've combined forces with the Americans and the British, and they'll give us a demonstration on military drill and firing of the musket.
To the front. Fire.
Okay, halt. Halt. Now the military weapons are the same as his hunting rifle. It's still a flintlock mechanism. The main difference between the hunting rifle and the military weapon is this is smoothbore instead of rifled, and instead of having to measure out our powder every time we shoot, we carry a cartridge box with pre-measured charges in it. So in here, I would have a pre-rolled cartridge that has my powder and it has my ball in it. When we go to load, I bite the ball off in my teeth, and then we'll go through the loading mechanism the same as he did, but I'm doing it from a pre-made cartridge, so I can do it much quicker than they can. primary method of fire for the military was volley fire, so we will do this together. Prime man, load. So open the pan, grab the cartridge, bite the bullet, prime the pan, pour the cartridge down the barrel. If I had the bullet, I would put the bullet down the barrel, ram it once with my rammer, then come back to this position so the officer can look down the line. He can see that we are armed and loaded and ready to go. Shoulder, fire. Then he would give the command to make ready. Present. Fire. Prime and load. And you notice how many of them went off in that volley. And mine wasn't one of them. It's not just because I don't want to clean it, although that is a plus. But a well-trained unit could do this 4 to 6 times a minute. So if there were several hundred of us in a line, and we could volley 4 to 6 times a minute, we can put a lot of ammunition down the field. Hold it, fire line. Make ready. Present. Fire. Hold it, fire. So you can see that it's much quicker with the pre-made cartridges than when you have to measure everything out before you do it and load it up. Alright. Take care. To the right. Will.
Sawyer.
Halt. Halt. Fix. Fan. Although the muskets weren't accurate because they weren't rifles. No. They were there just to move the opponent. Hold it. Fire. The real weapon of choice for the military. Charge order. Bayonet. Was the bayonet. So you can imagine with 400 guys standing here shoulder to shoulder, if we started marching at you, raise your hand if you'd still be there in about 8 seconds. Shoulder. Fire. Unfix. Bayonet. Shoulder. Fire. Any questions?